You'll need assorted sizes of paper lanterns, working with one lantern at a time. Open it up and place with the hooks on top. Cut heavy black paper into a square that is large enough to cover the hole opposite the one with the hooks. The paper should extend over the hole by at least half an inch all around. Place the paper over the hole and adjust the placement if needed. Hook the hanger into the holes, which will prop open the lantern as well as secure the black paper in place. Using a black permanent marker, make a circle wide enough to mimic an eyeball. You can use one of the ribs of the lanterns as a guide, but keep in mind that the ribs go in a spiral. Use acrylic paint to paint the iris any color you want. You may have to do 2 coats if the first looks too sheer. Once the paint is dry, display your eyeballs in an entryway, along a mantel, or around a doorway.
The first thing I'm going to do is assemble the lanterns. They're really easy to put together. And then I'm going to grab a few different colors of orange paint and just paint the lanterns. This is a really thin paper, so use gentle brush strokes, but it also absorbs a lot of paint, so take your time and paint the whole thing. Then set these aside and just let them dry completely. While those pumpkins are drying, let's make some leaves and stems. So for the leaves, I just cut out a basic pumpkin leaf shape and I'm tracing it on green paper or cardstock, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. To add a stem, I am just gluing on a green pipe cleaner, and I'm going to set this aside to dry as well. We'll twist it up into something fun when it's time to add it to the pumpkin. For the stem, grab some newspaper and cut off maybe about 2 to 3 inches. Then roll this up. I'm using newspaper because you can crunch it and manipulate it to make it look like a pumpkin stem. So I'm going to roll it up and secure it with some washi tape and kind of scrunch it into the angle that I think a pumpkin stem might look like. Then I'm just adding some brown paint and I'm going to let this dry. To get all of the words on the newspaper and the tape covered, you might need to use a couple coats of acrylic paint. Now that everything is dry, let's put this pumpkin together. So first we're going to add the leaf and the stem. So locate the top of the pumpkin, which has this little hook, and wrap the pipe cleaner once or twice around that hook. And then that extra piece that's hanging there, I'm going to twist it around my finger and make a little curly Q. That's going to hold the leaf and stem in place, no more glue required there. Now we're going to add a light to this. These lanterns come with lights. They have an on and off feature, so you can easily turn them on at night when you want them, but you can leave them off during the day, which saves the battery. I'm just going to hang this right on the inside. It's easy to do it now before adding the stem. To add the stem, I'm just going to use a whole bunch of hot glue on the bottom and secure the stem around the hook on the top of the pumpkin. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of string so I can hang these up in my window. This collection of pumpkins is hanging in front of my window. It looks great during the day and beautiful at night with those lights lit up.
For this project, I headed to the Dollar Tree and picked up a white Halloween paper lantern, a round plastic tablecloth, and some battery-operated tea lights. First, I set up 2 of the paper lanterns. For the Dollar Tree lantern, I added some batteries to the base so the small light was functional. For the lantern from Amazon, I opened it up and put the structural piece inside. I wanted to add a light to this lantern, so I used a battery-operated tea light. I wrapped a zip tie around the light and glued it to the bottom, making sure not to cover up the switch. Then I wrapped a second zip tie around the other way, then cut off the ends. Then I fed a long piece of twine through the zip ties. I placed the light all the way at the bottom of the lantern, then tied the ends to the top of the lantern. Next, I used a small rounded remote I had to trace 4 elongated circles onto some black scrap fabric I had, then I cut them out. I did my best to make sure they were all about the same size, then I set them aside. Then I removed the tablecloth from the package and opened it up completely. I placed the lantern underneath and made sure that the top of the lantern was aligned with the middle of the tablecloth. Then I used some scissors to cut an opening for the handle of the lantern to go through. Because the tablecloth was longer than I wanted, I trimmed away the excess at the bottom. I wasn't super precise with the cutting because I wanted the length to be a little whimsical and not perfect. Then I hot glued 2 of the black fabric pieces onto the tablecloth in the middle of the lantern. I also decided to glue a small faux pumpkin to the tablecloth. Finally, I hung up my paper lantern ghosts on some existing hooks that I had on my patio. These little ghosts are super cute and a super easy Halloween project that really adds a lot to my outdoor space. They look great in the daytime and especially at night with the lights turned on. I also really love that they're holding a little pumpkin. I think that adds a little something special.
Save your pickle jars, especially the large ones. They can make beautiful seasonal decor. So when you're done with that jar, the first step is to put it in a bath of warm, soapy water. Make sure you get that pickle odor out of there. And also the warm, soapy water is going to help take that label right off. Start by grabbing a roll of contact paper. I really like using this for crafts because it is a temporary adhesive and it's going to work really well to decorate this jar. So I cut out a little star shape and I'm just going to trace it onto the contact paper, and I'm going to cut out about a dozen stars in different sizes. Once the stars are cut out, they work just like stickers. Peel the back off and place them all around your pickle jar. Make sure to push them on really well so there's no bubbles or gaps. Once all the stars are placed, it's time to paint this. We are going to use a frosted glass spray paint. So I've got this in a well-ventilated covered area, and I'm just going to add about 2 light coats. When you spray this on, it's going to look wet. You're not going to see that frosted look right away. So once you've got 2 coats on there, grab a tweezer, and we're going to pull off those stars right away. Now that it's completely dry, we have this beautiful frosted glass look with these stars all around it. Now it's time to dress it up and give it a farmhouse look. I'm going to use some rope from the dollar store and a Christmas sprig with some red berries and some green leaves. I'm just going to wrap the rope around the top, secure it with a little hot glue, and then snip off a few of the berries and leaves and tuck those into the rope on the top. This is another area where you can really get creative. Use some floral pieces that really work for you. Add a little rope, add a lot of rope, whatever you want to do to match your decor. Once all the embellishments are on, I'm going to use a battery-powered tea light to drop on the inside. And that's it. I've got a beautiful farmhouse lantern for Christmas. I love the glow that it gives off, especially with that frosted glass.